I got a message in my last video thanking me for my tutorial and really nice stuff. And the person said that they were a newbie. They basically couldn't do what I do. And what you probably don't know, or you probably already know, is I'm actually a newbie also. I'm doing this to share all the things that I've learned in the past 1-2 years in hopes that we can inspire you to go out and produce just as good, better, excellent videos, better than what I'm producing. If that is something that you're interested in, hang out, listen to what the community says, and see some of the things that I'm doing so that it'll inspire you to do more in your videos. In this video, we will talk about how to make your videos more cinematic. And yes, there are ways to make your videos more cinematic. I like to use two things. One, the music. If you notice in my prior videos, I'm always using and you tell me, they may not be the appropriate videos, but they are videos that I feel will capture the moment and or inspire you to kind of listen some more and watch some more. So that's one. The second way is the lens that I actually use. So the lenses that I've been using lately have been anamorphic lenses. Yes, the anamorphic lens does give a little bit flavor as far as not necessarily that sharp, but more, it's hard to explain. It has its uniqueness to it. So, and then of course the lens flares. The lens flares, I don't normally purposely do it, but in this video I have, because I think some folks do like lens flares, and it's quite dramatic.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to.
In this video, we will be filming with the Sony FX30. You can do what I'm showing you here on a regular autofocus spherical lens. The only difference is it doesn't have the gear that you see. Am I capturing some cinematic modes at the USF Botanical Garden?
Put your body on the kitchen table and move the dishes to the side. Yeah, girl, you always tend to the bed. Blow the candles out, move your body slow. You got something on your mind.
So now what I am doing is I'm going to show you how I film to try to make it a little bit more cinematic. This is my Sony FX30. It is on the back side, and we have a flower vase right there in the window. I wanted to be a little bit more specific on how to film using a mirrorless camera and filming videos in manual mode. Put this to mode, and if you notice, there's my movie mode. That is the best way to capture videos on this particular camera. What I will do is I will switch it to shutter priority, and then I will change my shutter speed based on my frame rates. So that being said, you can see right there the frame rate that I'm filming on is 24 frames per second. In order to get the best cinematic motion blur, you want to double the 24 frames, and doubling 24 is actually 48, but there's no shutter speed of 48, so there's 1/50. There's the exposure setting. So the exposure setting is specific for log filming. I'm currently filming, or this particular setting in this Sony camera is specific to S-Log, S-L-O-G, with a specific gamut. And I'm using the new filming techniques of Cine EI, and the Cine EI is great because it limits your ISOs to either 800 or 2500. So the 800 is for brighter scenery and 2500 is for darker scenery. I'm going to turn off the light, and if you notice, my exposure setting here has now changed to -1.3. Now it's not flashing. So when it's not flashing, I'm pretty much okay, because I could change the exposures back up to 0 in my editing software. But if you notice here, it says 800 EI, so that's the ISO. Watch what happens when I start moving the ISO up to closer to 2500. If you notice, the exposure is going up also. There is my perfect exposure level for that kind of setting with that shutter speed. There you could see that that is the proper ISO level, and now you will get the cleanest image that you can in this low lighting situation. When you're out and it's super sunny, the only way you can lower that exposure back down to 0 is to apply an ND filter.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase. I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I crazy, making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive, drive, drive. I'm just gonna drive, drive, drive. I'm just gonna drive, drive.
In short, really, if you want to be more creative with your filming, whether you have a mirrorless camera, a Sony camera, Canon camera, Panasonic, Nikon, whatever, and or you have a cell phone, iPhone, Android, doesn't really matter. Really, it comes to you on what do you want to relay to your audience. And it's probably, like you and I, it's probably because we want to grow our channels. So I think if we get excited about our own techniques and share with each other, I think that is when your channel will become bigger, just like what you were looking for. Could be wrong, but most of the time I'm right. Hey, this is Nestor. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Obviously, you know the routine. If you want to see future videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you see the next upcoming videos that I'm releasing. I am headed to Portland. Actually, I am leaving tomorrow for a 6-week stint. I will still be going back and forth home, but I do plan to capture a lot of videos on the Pacific coast of the United States of America. So if that is what you like seeing, make sure you put those notifications on. Until then, hopefully you're doing well. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
I'm just gonna drive, drive, drive.